Welcome to the March 13th video and today's daily and weekly bullish and bearish breaks on our bull bear break charts. Okay, look at the markets first. First thing we saw this morning was the market gap up a little bit, run right pretty much into this trend line we drew on the Dow. It did not actually trigger this alert, so it did not actually touch that price, but it was ever so close, and that's where we pretty much failed at on the overall market, and that was pretty early if I remember right. This is your trend line. This is not exactly in the right place when you shift it down to a 10-minute chart, but that's where it went up into that area and rejected there. So we kind of ended up with a pretty much dead market most of the day, as we kind of thought. We had a big day Friday, and that's to be expected. A lot of real light volume early this morning. This high, this candle was 278.92, and I remember kind of hung up around that area for a while. We did close below that on the SPY and the SP 500, same looking chart. And again, probably below this value back here, 27.89 was that high. We slightly below that. So, you know, all in all, okay day. Not great for trading in the afternoon. This morning we picked up a couple of great shorts. This was a shot of Caterpillar right into the open here. I took this shot at 11 o'clock. You can see the time right here. And we picked this up early as it set off our red zone alert. It gave some little bounces on the smaller time frame charts and got an entry on here, and then did the same thing on ITW. ITW had gone red zone, and it gave this bounce and was able to pick this up right here for a really nice short as well. This was also taken at 11 o'clock as well. We were in these real early, around 10 o'clock. On our bear breaks, we had none on the weekly. Look over to your left here to the watch list. We're going to go through these charts here in a few minutes. Bull breaks, we did have 5 new weekly bull breaks come into play today. These were their trigger prices, and most of these stocks are on our 400 list, so these all went out live on the web as they crossed these areas. The weekly bull zone was 42.35. The stock ended up 249 above that at the end of the day, and so forth, so on down this list. Daily bear breaks, we did have 5 stocks on there, or excuse me, 7 stocks on there, and a lot of those are not on our regular list, and that's why we do this little extra deal here. Got 5,000 stocks we scan here for you. So give you a chance to pause the video, you pick up these stocks, and we're going to come back and look at these charts. And that was our daily bull breaks on mostly stocks that are probably on our list there. Those all look like top 400, maybe not NWL. And you know you can get all these live on our website, subscription to our service on these daily bull, weekly bull. We actually ran 15 and 30-minute bull breaks today and bear breaks because we had such a long base there Friday afternoon, trying to pick up some stocks that might go either direction after that big move. And I didn't pick up that many, but there were plenty going on. I just got focused in on ITW and CAT because I was already watching them. We'll get our tutorial in here and then we'll take a look at these charts. Before I forget, we had a lot of emails today. People went over to the site on the subscription page and ran into this big message: closed to new subscribers. We're about to launch our Ninja Trader charting package that I've been showing you some of the videos on, and we're not taking any new subscribers until we get the information out about this. We want everybody to have a full disclosure on what's going on this. So that's just to answer your questions on those emails I got, and we may have this out by the weekend. I've been proofreading most of the stuff today from our coder, And we've been working on this package for this chart you see here since last September. A lot of testing into the fall, and then our bull zone and bear zone that we use to set these alerts off that you've been looking at. We also are including in this package where you can run your own alerts on the bull and bear breaks on any time frame. We're setting up those alerts scans for you in Ninja. And also, a lot of guys, why do you only do 400 charts? Well, that's all I can manage. But this will allow you to chart any stock you want to chart off our package. It does require a subscription to our service, but you can use your own charts and don't worry about the symbols we're watching. So more about that later on in the video. But that's what's going on with the no subscribers at the moment. This is a mini tutorial on what the lines mean on my charts if you're a first-time viewer or been a while since you viewed. We're scanning on weekly and daily charts for my condition. When this green line is up, it's my bull zone, and when the red line is up, it's my bear zone. You need to be aware of support and resistance lines and what charts do at levels, and that's what these levels are for. Just quickly as I can do this, and we're going to put a video on YouTube getting more from your swing trading charts that'll be more detailed and look at more stocks, how they react to these lines. But the gist of what you see here is this is what I'm scanning for, and as you can see here, this showed up in the bear zone. It did go down for a few days, but these green lines are support, and that's why it fought for a few days, tried to bounce back up, headed back down again, came right back into the bull zone, bear zone, and continued on down. Now the lines, here's what they represent. A green line is a place that a stock went up to and rejected. So as this green line redrew itself every time we made highs right here, and then it stayed across here for reference points, continues the same line here for reference points. Resistance, when you get above it, becomes support. This green line was drawn way back in the history, and when this stock broke above this resistance level, when it came back down, it held it, it held it, it held it, it tested it and held it again and again. That was support. That's why I want you to be aware of what these lines mean, and you'll see them on my charts. And then the activity that stocks do, sometimes they go, that's my first target, that's my second target. Many times stocks go target 1, pull back a little, target 2, then they may pull all the way back to 1 and go again if they're continuing an uptrend. In this case, it did the pull back. This blue line is a 50 period moving average, this orange line is a 200. So that's what I want you to be aware of as well. And then I have a pivot system that consists of this blue line at the top, yellow line at the bottom, and my target 1 and target 2. You'll see this particular day this stock gapped down, huge gap down, open way down here. The low on this stock was 169.68. I'm getting that right out of this box over here, and the value of that yellow line was 169.67. Within 1 cent it held that line and bounced that day for a huge bounce. It's not a support level, but it's where I look for stocks to try to hold. It's where I look if I'm short, say from here, this is where I'm looking to get out. I'm looking to move 2 levels, target 1, target 2, going up, target 1, target 2. The pink lines all represent places the stock has gone down to and bounced. This pink line is referencing this last pivot low. So as you're selling down into it, it may bounce again. If you get below it, then it becomes resistance. And that's all these lines mean. I just want you to know what they mean going forward. Thanks for watching the video. Let's get started. Through time, I've got several comments and emails from viewers that don't subscribe to our services but do watch our videos and basically say, hey man, I'm getting some good trades off your videos. I wish there's a way I could contribute, and I don't want to sign up for a membership. So I finally went and made a donation button. You can find it two places. On any video, we're included at the bottom. You just click the show more button, and shortly down there you'll see support our channel, a donation through PayPal. You can click right here, pay through or make a donation through PayPal. Any amount you want to put in there is acceptable and appreciated. And then on our website, you can go to daytradersetups.com, press the YouTube menu item. It'll take you to this page, and there's a donate button there as well. And we appreciate that, appreciate the suggestion, and thank you ahead of time for any donations sent. We appreciate it a lot. And I didn't show you can click right here on this link off the premium alerts page, swingtradersetups.com. It'll take you over and tell you more about the charting package, and we're going to tell a little bit about that later on in the video as well. Let's take a look at these charts. Okay, as we said, we had nothing on the weekly bears, so we got a few weekly bulls. Take a look at those real quick. ACHC, this stock we've been looking at for 2 weeks. Really, it's been coming up strong. Came in on our daily list, on our daily bull here, way back here on the 14th of February, and it's just continued on up. This is when we put this is our true false statement right here. Daily bulls on break. We put that out on the 14th day of February. So this stock has been steady going ever since. That's over a $12 move. That's about 25% profit on that stock there as well. And this is where we were when this started off, this weekly support. Now we've gotten far enough up just to really, the weekly bull break is actually just momentum building. It's not from a consolidation. ACIA is from a consolidation on this weekly. Got a gap up above the 50 week and breaking out of this little tight consolidation. This could be setting up for a pretty good move because this stock is way oversold off its old highs, as you all know. Here's your daily chart. Had a gap down maybe off earnings, and has actually come up every day since then off the bottom down here for about a $12 move on that. It just hit the daily bull today as well. AXAS barely closed above the bull zone today. Last week it had this big week and did not close above the bull zone, was right on it, and then did close above today. This is really more momentum of this big candle from last week. It's not consolidation. It did break out early in the week last week. Was on our bull zone break on Monday. Well, excuse me, that would have been Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today, yes. So we had a nice bull break last week on the daily. Little true statement right here. Sideways the next day, inside day, right on top of support. That's what you want to see. Wicked it, closed above it, wicked it the next morning, closed above it, checked it out one more time, and that big day on Friday. Classic setup. You got the early alert several days before this broke out. Baidu is on the weekly this week, and this is somewhat of a consolidation up here for the past several months. Of course, it got sold off with the market and it's had a huge bounce since then, and technically went into our bull break on the weekly there. ICPT, this is definitely consolidation. Closed high enough to get on the weekly bull break. Starting to get a little momentum down here. It's been slowly grinding its way up, and this could be setting up for something long term. I don't keep up with the financials. I don't keep up with FDA. I don't keep up with anything else. All I do is show you price action. That you have to do your due diligence on what may or may not be going on. Remember, I'm just a trader. I got no financial advisor license or anything of that sort. This is you're going to be your resistance up here. So you got a nice move could take place here. Now whether it all takes place in one move or not, I don't know, but this is your first sign. MDCO, somewhat of a long weekly consolidation down here coming off the lows. It's more of a momentum kind of finally getting in it a little bit. It is hitting a 50 week here and just got above the 200 week. So you probably want to give this another day or two. It did go into daily bull zone a few days ago and give a pullback, and now it's revisiting, which is a newer, highly calculated bull zone. It's not the same one it triggered here, but it did lose a little luster there for a bit, and it's come back up. It's got this resistance area up here at this recent high back here, and did get through your 200 day today. Actually looks like it tested it after the open. The low there was 3 cents off your 200 day. That's a good sign. Two more weeklies. Somewhat of a consolidation down here, coming up and getting a little momentum here. It's got a lot of ground to cover and a lot of things in the way, but that's the first sign. And XLNX, good run here for about 4 weeks off the bottom with the market sell-off, and all the way up at those recent highs on the weekly chart. Just closed just enough to be in the bull zone. Did have a momentum week last week, and your daily came into bull zone in early last week on Tuesday as well, inside day, and then continued on up. Took out these two resistance areas. Did not close above this high from the 19th, which was 77.26. That's all our weeklies. We're going to show you a little bit about our charting package and get to the dailies. Start you out with a look of STS Pivot Trades on Twitter. We just sent this out 2 minutes ago live. We've had this set up for a while and tested it. New members using this charting system will be able to follow us on Twitter on this private feed. Then as I see a real interesting chart at night, I can pop it out here very quickly. I'm going to send one right now while we're filming this. Can send a tweet out, and also during the middle of the day you see that just appeared. I just sent that right off of Ninja, and there's our chart. Came right in here. And this is on CI. Shows our trend shift pivot line where we say long or short by the color, and this is our pivot price, or it's actually not a price, it's an algo that's running off and creating all these alerts. And we will teach in the videos how to use this and what it means. And this is setting up finally after 4 days down. This thing's been way down. This is the shorter term. This is the first sign in multiple days that this thing has tried to be in a setup that it may can try to bounce tomorrow. They got a $2 off this at the end of the day today. It's on CI. This is actually right at that end of the day here on CI. Now this is a little 10 factor, which I really use it for my stops when I get in a trade. I try to stay within, I want my short-term pivot telling me to stay short or long, whatever case may be. In this case though, end of the day, looking for a bounce on this stock end of the day, some little run up. End up running $2 on this breakout very quickly from this 167.20 area. Probably triggered right about here. Actually triggered before it came across, but we want to break this little trend line, and this thing gave a nice $2 pop up, then pulled back, chopped around to VWAP for a minute, sold off into the close. So you can use these charts in any way you choose to on our charting system. That's not how we use them, but I will use one that way in the right setup, right time of day, and that's what CI presented at the end of the day. So we'll be sending out some charts of interest on this Twitter feed, as well as a lot of reports on the website that use all these charts. You got to understand them. We'll have tutorial series, total lot of videos out on YouTube for the public to watch Best thing you to do is, if you're interested in the charting system, watch the YouTube videos, learn how to read the charts, and then we're going to offer a 7-day trial. In the videos, we're going to teach you how to recognize this. This was Netflix this morning at a bigger on a 50 factor, and we know we went red zone down here early. It was a quick move, and we expected, if we're this deep into the zone prior to getting the short alert, many times we get a bounce, and that's what we teach. Perfect bounce right back up where we want it to hold, and this set up for a huge sell-off on Netflix. And this was a 50 factor, not a 10 factor, where it really was just a temporary little move. And that would be the kind of chart I would tweet out. Now, go to daytradersetups.com, Ninja 8 charting package, and click on that page. I'll just let you go here and read about it. I'm not going to try to explain it to you. A little bit about what you see here. You can go down and actually download Ninja at the bottom here. It's no charge to download Ninja. Copy and paste this license fee right in this box that comes up on the download page, and you can download NinjaTrader. You can click right here to learn about, prior to doing that, their data providers, and it'll take you over to a page that lists all the data you can plug into this thing. And a lot of you guys are using Thinkorswim, many of the others that are listed there, and you'll find that you can get free data to use our charting package. If you don't have that available, you can go to Kinetic and sign up for 100 symbols as low as $72 a month. But I have a friend that's using, helping me test this. We've been trading together for a few years. He actually is running Thinkorswim into Ninja, and he had to build his data up, and that's what we tell you a little bit about on this page here. Is he actually went ahead and downloaded it and made him a watch list, and he just opened it for several days, and every day it built the historical data up from Thinkorswim, and he don't have to pay a dime for any data feed over here. But you do have to build up your historical data for the charts to be able to operate. You can't just log in first day and it start. You can with Kinetic. So that's how that works. Again, that's at daytradersetups.com, and then you're going to click on we're on the other website now. You're going to click on the Ninja 8 link at the top. Over here, if you're on the members site or Swing Trader Setups, you can just link right here, and it'll take you to the same page. Back on our charts here for the daily bear breaks. One of the things I always get asked is, why come you only watch 400 symbols over on your website? So this charting package is going to give you guys that want to chart your own stocks that are interested of you and use the same setups that we teach on our charting package. You'll be able to do that, any symbols you want. You will also be able to, we're on a daily now on the charts we're going through here, and this is your first bear break down here. You will be able to use your own charts. Use that free data if it's available to you. If you can build that up, that comes with your subscription to our website. You can use that charting package. There is a setup fee. It's going to be set up for that. It's a one-time fee, and then as long as you're a member, you can continue to use that. And then you can use any of the other services at the website all in one price. Again, we're on a daily chart. These are the daily bear breaks. That stock there had a huge day down. That was not a gap. It was a big sell-off coming near the 200 here. This has kind of been showed up last week, actually on Thursday. By this down day, it created a new bear zone, and now it's crossed through that new level today. So it's a new alert. It's what we show you the chart so you can look down here and see this, and you crossed a 50 day today. Another thing that's included in the package is, a lot of people ask me about the bull zone breaks. You'll be able to actually scan your list. We're going to set up a scanning template already built for you. All you got to do is add your symbols to it, and then you can change. You can run weekly, daily. You can run 30-minute to find great breaking stocks in the morning. Then compare that to our charts and find out where everything lines up at. We switched over to the daily bulls now. ACIA we talked about earlier. Breaking, it's a gap up this morning into the bull zone, and this was the one we were talking about on the weekly consolidation, remember. Another stock, this has been consolidating for a while down here around the 200-day. That's the orange line coming up off a support line as well, and trying to get a little momentum built up down here. DXCM, very strong day. Been kind of consolidating on the weekly for a bit, and had broke into the bull zone on the weekly actually today as well. Bull zone on the daily up through the 200, very big day, and through this resistance line as well here too, which was the most recent high back on that weekly chart. EXPE, boy, this thing's been down here forever. CEO problems, finance problems, not bad financials, but earnings problems. And we are way down here. We've had a huge week down here, another huge week down here. Probably those weeks were related to earnings, and they were definitely gap downs. The last time was a huge gap down on the daily. So you're in the gap. We're coming up into this old low right here, 115.55. That's your next resistance on EXPE, and it's building momentum. We got this consolidation, but this is more of a momentum break because it's already broke the consolidation back here, but now it's gone far enough to show up on our bull zone. You do got this resistance, and it's really highly likely to reject here, at least in the beginning. LAZ had this nice retracement, target 1, target 2. That's another thing you're going to get in our charting package. I'm putting this into the charting package. These target lines will be part of that package. You can put on any time frame chart you want to put on. That's going to be part of the package. That's a lot of people ask us about that as well. So we try to put a lot of things that you've been seeing on our charts. We can show you how to put these lines on the charts over there as well. And we've already got some set up with just the last 2 or 3 days highs for day trading. That's pretty much all you need. It'll show you the day's high, yesterday's high plotted on the chart, as well as the open price, close price, VWAP, things that are inflection points for day trading. MDCO, I think this was on our weekly bull as well. It was, broke into the daily bull, tested the 200 we talked about on the daily within about 3 cents there. NWL coming off the bottom here, off this resistance line. It's been quite a resistance line. It's fought for a while. In the 50-day here, it rejected. Now you got some momentum, a nice momentum day up through the 50-day trying to get this started. PZZA off the 50-day a couple of days ago. It gave a bull zone indication back here, chopped around for a bit. Now it's getting that momentum back. Again, that's why we show you this, so you can see it coming back into that area. RGL up through the 50-day, RLGY, excuse me, up through the 50-day. Been consolidating in this area for a while, getting a little momentum. You got to watch all this mess here. You got to get through. And these are REITs and that are been under a lot of stress lately. That winds up all those videos or charts, and we will get over to the recap that'll carry over those 5 days from last week, or 4 days and then today's, and we'll get you out of here. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel, follow us on Twitter, go over to daytradersetups.com, click on that Ninja 8 page, learn a little bit more about what we're doing there, and we're going to be updating that more and more. You can go ahead and download Ninja 8, don't cost you anything, and be checking out your availability of data that might be free to you from those links that are on that page. Thanks for watching. We get the recaps in here for you. We're coming right in on the 30-minute mark here, so we're just going to do what we usually do at the end. Remember, the purpose of the recaps is so that you can just pause the video, you can take a look at the recap, This was today, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday of last week. You can see how these stocks are still. You see what was on the list as a reminder to you. You can see if they're still bears on. They still got the momentum, and you can still see my trend stability rated here on them if it's still intact. And you can see how they did for today. CI was down another $6 today. CRI down 230. This came in 2 days ago on the list. So you can see how they're performing, and you can go look at your charts and see how they're holding up in this downtrend after the daily bear zone break. And the way these read here, D.1, that's 1 day ago, .2, 2 days ago, .3, 3 days, and 4 days. We bring this up every night so you can just pause and get that look at that list, and you can go check your charts out. I'm going to look at the daily bulls. Got a bigger list here. We'll slide this down so you can get a complete view. Going back 1 day, 2 days, and so forth. Again, see where you're at. And remember, the bull zone, as this progresses, like this stock, $6.58 up today. We alerted this out on Friday. Since our alert price, or if you were using our service, you could have scanned this for yourself, or our charting package. You could have picked this up at $217.27 the day before. It's $11.88 profit so far. $12.05 at the peak, still in the bull zone. And remember, the bull zone, as it progresses up, calculates higher. And this check mark means not only is it maintaining its break price, it's also maintaining the newly created higher requirement to stay in the bull zone. Let you get a look at those last 2 days down here. Remember, just pause the video and you can just work yourself through this. That's a complete list on those last 2 days as well. Thanks for watching our video. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Twitter and StockTwits.